Hey guys, Clumsy here, and it's finally here. We've recently showed the MAN TGX Euro 6, but now EVR sounds are ready. The last time I made the silent trucking video, it was still with the default SCS sounds, but now we'll have a chance to really hear the beauty of EVR's MAN TGX Euro 6 sounds. Let's get started and hear the engine. Oh yeah. And of course with the awesome Clumsy Trunking combo skin from Bolly. Thanks a lot, Bolly. Might have seen this from the previous episode. And also the new intro hype. But I guess I'll be using that mainly for ETS2 episodes. I'll have to see, but let me know what you think about it, alright? Anyway, start the engine from inside, and I have interior volume set to 2 so that the engine is louder. That may or may not be to your liking, but you can always change it on your own. There's even that beep there. Super crisp sound as always from EVR. And the switches. There's even that winding, that groaning sound. I love it. You guys hear it? Let's try it again. That one. Okay, I won't talk. I'll just press it. Now, that one. Love it, that groan. Oh, wait. Let's get a short job. I'm still in the Grand Utopia map. Frozen Hake? I guess that's some kind of, looks like some kind of fish. It will be 11 minutes, 7 kilometers, but since this is a 1:1 map, that will really be 11 minutes. So this is a 1:1 scaled map that I'm really enjoying, and it looks like I have air pressure warning. That's something I haven't heard much. I can simulate that so we can hear how the warning sounds like from EVR sounds. Realistic air brake simulation, that's the one. Okay, there you go. And how you do that normally is you just wait till that charges back up. You can see the gauges on the lower right of the dial. These two lower right gauges, they are slowly building up again, bit by bit. It's very slow though. Oh man, it's a bit noisy. That's why I usually turn it off, but in this case, let's stay outside in the meantime and hear the growl of the engine from outside, right? Music to my ears, my goodness. And even the idle sound is beautiful. Still noisy. Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe I turn it off. It's taking a lot of time. It doesn't jive well with my patience. Let's turn that off. It was just nice to hear it for the sake of completeness of hearing all the sounds that EVR painstakingly made for us. Alright, switches. Oh, those indicators. And even the switches of the indicators, right? Super crisp. So I've been playing X-Plane. Well, I've been doing flight sims. Started doing flight sims a few weeks ago. I've been streaming it and I've been enjoying the heck out of it. And one thing that I'm really missing here in Truck Sim is the ability to really flick the switches. You know, toggle the switches on your own. Use the mouse and toggle them. Since we don't have that, the closest thing we can get is at the very least get the realistic sounds when you hit the key. Like that, or when you enable the retarder. Things like that. And this is why I like the EVR sound so much. It's the next best thing to actually clicking on those dials, on all those switches. Good. The SCS sounds, to be fair, are not bad at all. It's just that comparing with the EVR sounds, I think it just blows the default sounds out of competition. Even from the outside here, all those subtle sounds that for sure I don't really know about, all those, I don't know, pneumatics or whatever you call them, suspension, gears, and all that stuff. Also, I remember a comment from Vasily, aka EVR. He was saying that actually the MAN TGX Euro 6 is using the same gearbox as the Scania Opticruise, I think. So we will hear probably the same sounds when shifting. And that is accurate in real life. He even shared some articles about it, that there's like a tie-up between Scania and MAN, something like that. Don't ask me about the details, I'm pretty clueless about those things. But yeah, so if you're hearing something familiar from Scania, it is by design, it is not laziness. Alright, do we need lights? Not really. Let's do this. 17 tons. Alright, let's take it for a spin. Let's hear how the engine growls as we speed up and as we go through the different kinds of roads and intersections. How the engine whines when you hit the engine brake. How the retarder, the transmission hums when you enable the retarder, things like that. We'll check them out bit by bit. I'll try not to speak so much, but that's something I've always have a hard time doing. I can only do that during silent trucking. But then again, either way, I kind of lose, because no matter which way I go, people start complaining. When I do a silent trucking, people say, why don't you talk? And when I talk, people say, you talk too much. Maybe they don't say that, but maybe they feel it. I don't know. Alright, anyway, so let's... The whine is still a bit subtle because we are traveling at very slow speeds. Okay, let's make a U-turn here, hop on the ramp, get on the highway. So the Grand Utopia map is a fictional map that is based in France, but my goodness, the details that are put in here are so immersive. Like, look at all the details that you can see here, and it's a 1:1 map, so it really feels real. The scale is immensely immersive. It's one of my most favorite maps right now. Cannot get enough of it. So thanks a lot to my godness for this amazing map. I'm trying to keep quiet now so you can hear the hum of the engine and the hum of the retarder. Very subtle, right? Beautiful. Everything just blends together. I don't know, EVR just is a master of it. Now, to be fair, yeah, it is a paid mod, just to reiterate. It's €2. And you have to have access to LickPay. No PayPal. There are other methods, but I won't go through them. You'll have to figure them out on your own. But yeah, if you have a credit card, you should be fine. At least some of the people are. Wait a minute, I think we have to turn right here. I hope I'm not getting lost. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's €2, so it's actually practically free if you think about it. But yeah, it helps support EVR, helps Vasily continue this, because he's actually renting out trucks and recording them. He's not basing them from videos or audio of other people. He's actually doing the recording himself. So that requires renting out trucks and requires a bit of money out on top of the time investment that he's doing. So I'm more than happy to pay just €2 for this amazing quality and immersion. Now, if this is not your cup of tea, if you don't like it, then that's fine, right? You can skip it. But me personally, I really enjoy it. And there was a bit of contention in his other sounds, namely the Scania sounds that he did for the next gen and for the Scania R440, the older generation. People were saying they were not similar, but then I got a very interesting info. So for the next gen, the reason why they sound different is because in Ukraine, the engine for the next gen is using a Euro 5. It's not the normal Euro 6 engine that other countries use for the next gen. And I think what I got from YouTube, from the comments, is it is the same thing for the Scania R, the older gen. Hear that? Beautiful. Beautiful build of the engine sound. So people might say it's not realistic at all to the Scania sounds, but yeah, it is probably realistic from the Scanias in Ukraine. That's the caveat. Yeah, so take that into account when you judge EVR's Scania sounds. Maybe it would be best if you drive the Scania with his sounds when you're driving in Rosmap or in Southern region. Maybe that will be closer. Bro! That's the horn. And then you can... the air horn key will be a longer variant. Oh, this guy will never move. I think let's nudge him a little. No, I don't want to nudge him because it will scratch my beautiful Clumsy trucking paint. I don't want to do a disservice to Polly. Yeah. So Polly, thanks again for the amazing skin here. This is beautiful. I was especially surprised with the tires, the wheels. Just like how we did it for the Eddie Stobart wheels. If you have a Bastrepas wheel pack, you can make use of this skin and you'll see the nice Clumsy trucking logo on the actual wheel, on the rims. I'll try and remember to show it to you later. Okay, what is this? It's a roundabout? Oh, I should be... oh crap. I thought it's a roundabout. It's apparently a fork. Sorry, my bad. My bad. We're almost here. Wow. Yeah, it's a bit too short. I want to drive more. But we'll probably do a lot more driving with this truck and on this map on the next stream. I haven't had enough of this truck nor this map. And I want to explore it more. I want to drive through it more because it's just so pleasurable to drive in. Like the bends on the road, they are so subtle. They're really for highway driving. The common issue when you have the low-scaled maps where the bends get too aggressive, that is not present here because it's a 1:1 map. I guess the only limitation of this map is it's quite small, but that's something we can help with if we support My Godness with his efforts. Maybe do some donations, I don't know, support him, share his work so that we spread the word. That will encourage him to do more and work on the map even more and build up the place. That's something that I would really love to see. A large, as large as it can be, 1:1 map. Yeah. Actually, for interior volume, it's not too loud, huh? But I guess it is quite real. I mean, in modern trucks, you probably won't get deaf with the engine sound anymore. You shouldn't. There should be pretty decent sound insulation already. And it shouldn't be that noisy coming from Euro 6 engines and whatnot. I haven't tried the engine brake yet. I'll try it in the next intersection. I mostly use retarders when I'm working with European trucks. Low growl, I love it. When you're at the edge of the rev counter like that. When it's at risk of like dying on you. Beautiful. Alright, let's try the engine brake here so you guys can have a feel for how it sounds like. Music to my ears. I'm still more of a fan of the retarder though. because I really like the whine that the retarder gives when you slow down. It feels like it's really doing something, and it's not too loud like having a too high rev of an engine. Good, we're good there. And look at this, right? And this doesn't use any of Project Next Gen textures or anything. This is default SCS textures. I don't have any texture mods here. So it's basically using the ones from France, from the Baltic, as long as you have the DLCs. The assets are being reused there. So it's up to date with the latest looks. Slow down a bit, retarder whine. Very subtle. And we go. What is that? Lilas? Looks like the village, maybe the village entrance. Looks like a prestigious, luxurious village. Oh yeah. But yeah, I've been really waiting for a long time for the sounds here. And I missed it by a hair. So if you remember the last silent trucking video where I first showed this truck in this paint job by Polly, I was driving with the SCS sound still. And a few hours after I recorded, I got an email from Vasily. He's saying that he has released the MAN sounds already. And thank you for giving me a copy, Vasily. Really appreciate it. So yeah, I missed it by a hair, so I cannot resist. I have to record one again, and it's more than my pleasure to record one or more. So probably on the next stream we'll be still driving with this truck. How do you read that down? Chambray. And by the way, you guys told me about the Grand Utopia. Sorry, I'm very bad with names, so thank you for the comments. So apparently, let me just pause a bit here, okay? If you guys have seen the stream last time, we went to Egneskov, was it? Egeskov. Oh, I forgot what it is. Is it Danish? Yeah, but that's why it doesn't sound French. Because that place was supported by a guy. So if you give donations, there are tiers where you can give donations for this map. And you will be able to, depending on your donation, you will be able to have a say, like have a billboard advertising your stream or whatever, or you can have your own town named after you. You have the ability to name a town. So that's what happened. Someone sponsored and gave that name. So it will be like a crowdfunding kind of thing. It's actually very smart. I like it. It gives real rewards to people, thanking them for their donation. But it's not required at all. It's not payware. It's freeware, and you can do some stuff to get some bonuses. I like it. Very smart marketing. My godness must be in marketing. What the heck is that? It's one way and it has a bike lane. Looks like cool. Look at that. Yeah, this is what I like as well. You can even hear the bike. This is what I really like about this map. It's full of details, full of people. They're even crossing people. You can simulate like making sure you don't run over any pedestrians. It's pretty cool. There are industrial areas, there are urban areas, countryside looks and everything. Couple that with this truck, with these sounds. That guy's basically doing laps. I thought he was going to cross this. Okay. But yeah, the pedestrian aspect is something we have not been exposed to so far in SCS. They don't want to implement it because they don't want people running over pedestrians. But if you guys have played Bus Simulator 18, or if you have seen my videos on it, they do a very good job in implementing pedestrians without the violence. So if you run over someone accidentally, or maybe not accidentally, the screen goes white, it fades to white. It doesn't see you, like, you don't see the pedestrian being run over. Everything just turns to white, and then you get a penalty. So it's not violent, it's not gory, but it's realistic. And it gives you that extra level of cautiousness, so you don't just blaze through the pedestrian lanes and whatnot. Okay. So if you guys want to see more of this, want to hear more of the sounds, let me know in the comments. I will probably be streaming this on Friday, and if you want like a clumsy silent trucking video or whatever, let me know in the comments, okay? And hopefully soon as well, hopefully soon I will be confident enough to record an explain video, not just a stream. Maybe we can go somewhere. Anyway, let's submit that first before I say goodbye. Good. So there you go. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little sneak peek. Little spotlight for EVR sounds and Grand Utopia and main TGX Euro 6 and the Clumsy trucking combo and all that stuff. Let me just show you how it looks zoomed in on the wheel before I let you go, right? Because it's really amazing. Look at that. There you go. Clumsy trucking, very subtle, but I love the light, the color. Color scheme is perfect. Look at that. Yeah? Perfect. Love it. Thank you, Polly. Anyway, so let's leave it there. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, comment, share with your friends, all that stuff. In the meantime, clumsy trucking, everybody. Ow, sorry. Too loud. And I leave you with the new intro just for another look. Let me know what you think, okay? If you want to see more of this or back to the original one. Thanks, have a nice day, and clumsy trucking. Bye-bye.